Hello everyone, welcome to this conclave focusing on energy, with the title being all about luck, the frequency of luck and how you can tap into it. Before we get into the meat of this topic, I want to share with you all a few fun updates in regards to what we have going on here at the Sacred Synthesis. First and foremost, every week we do educational conclaves focusing on medicine, ceremony, energy, and the hero's dose, which is a member and audience driven subject that we move through. So I would love for you all to tune into those each week. Additionally, on December 28th, we are hosting a holiday ceremony. This will be featuring our Coyote microdose cacao, which is ceremonial grade cacao that is including our beautiful sacrament silmethoxin, come together in a low dose format, and it will be a beautiful ceremony hosted December 28th. If you would like more information, you can go to our website, thesacredsynthesis.com, and check out our events calendar to see how you can register to join us on December 28th. And that's all that I'll have to mention as far as like special events. We're closing out our calendar year as you all are as well. But so excited for the many things that we'll be tapping into, tuning into, and sharing with you all as a part of the community in 2026. So stay tuned. And now on to luck. Full disclosure, I've been reading this beautiful book. I'll share it with you all here if you can see it. Liquid Luck, The Good Fortune Handbook by Joseph Gallenberger, author of Inner Vegas. He has a lot of beautiful hemi-sync downloads, meditations that you can do, and a few are mentioned in this book as well. And I've been ingesting a lot of his work in the last couple months, and the idea of luck really struck me, and I thought this might be a valuable subject to bring to you all. For we are now moving into a new year. Many of us think about new year, new me, new patterns, new cycles, and I thought, what better way to move into the new year than to have a shifted perspective on what luck is and what it may not be. And this book really helped reframe a bit of ways that I look at luck, and also celebrate how lucky I am already. And those who've been around me personally know that I say often, like, I won the luck lottery, like I won the life lottery. And there's so many reasons for that, and I think we all have. If we can really pause and take a moment to account for so many aspects of our life that we are blessed to have, that we enjoy, that we soak up the beauty from, we can really see how absolutely lucky each and every one of us are, and how many blessings are really coming in every single day. Even on my worst days, I can still account for many, many, many blessings. And I wanted to share a bit of kind of the outline of this book, some of the key points, and some of my personal anecdotes, and maybe we'll get into a little bit of a practice around ways that we can enhance our luckiness. So the first thing that really struck me was surrounding happiness and grounded, being grounded. And for many, you may hear, oh, I'm grounding. And people take that as like they're going out and touching the earth. You may have a grounding pad. You're laying on the ground or something like that. And we know how important that is physiologically, and how that impacts our emotional state and all of our feel-good hormones moving through the body. But in this beautiful book by Dr. Gallenberger, I was able to have a different perspective for the times where I have not fully felt grounded. And this is in relation to not wanting to fully be here. Those who may have experienced this, or you're experiencing this right now, it's like you're not sure if you're fully committed to being in your human form, being in this incarnation right now, being fully present. So many of us disassociate from the reality of the now moment, and that is where the juice is. And when this question was posed, like, do you actually want to be here? Do you want to feel the textures of life, or do you want to be in the future, in the past, or completely disassociated via substances, television, doom scrolling, feeling not connected to your body, like not fully embodied, and feeling the textures of life. And if you're not in that grounded state, you may not be able to turn up the luck dial because you're not fully present. And if you're not fully present, you won't be able to move into some of these other aspects that are within this book. And what I loved is that there were a couple of different practices mentioned to help you come more into embodiment, to be more in the state of joy around being here present. Like, yes, I actually want to exist. And some of you may have had challenging thoughts around ideations of ending life. And a lot of times we do that because we're feeling a lot of pain. And if we don't want to feel pain, we disassociate, or we think about leaving our life, or just, like I said, disassociating from the now present moment because we're not willing to feel the pain. But through the pain, there can be great pleasures and experiences. So if you're numbing out on one side, you're probably numbing out a lot of the joys and the pleasures and the nectar, the amrita of life. So some of the recommendations in this book is to listen to your favorite music, whatever is inspiring, right? And hold your hands out, your palms up, and feel energy like flowing into your palms. Can you feel that beautiful nectar? Can you feel pulsation of the music and how your body might want to move with the music? Some might be a head nod or a tap of the finger, even something, even more gentle of a little slow sway. That is bringing you into this now present moment. You can do a body scan, like scanning your body and feeling like where things feel tight or emotionally heavy. And you can write those things down, like tuning into your ankle, your right ankle, for instance. It's going to bring you into a more embodied state. You can obviously go and lay on the earth. You can go take a shower and be present in the feeling of the water touching your body. Other things that help you feel more grounded is human touch. Being touched, by getting a massage, something like that is really going to ground you down into this now present moment. And encourage you to engage with life a bit more. And if you can bring yourself into that grounded, happy-ish, I'll say happy-ish because, you might be struggling, but we can be happy even when we're having pain. But if you can bring yourself into honoring the soul's choice, God's choice to come into this incarnation and fully be present for all the textures of life, you're going to be able to move into a state of gratitude. And if you're able to move into a state of gratitude, you can start to open up your heart, because the frequency of luck is really about your openness, your ability to be in gratitude, your ability to feel worthy of receiving. And if you're cut off from your own gratitudes, all these things that you're being blessed with, and you're not able to feel gratitude for so many variables in your life, then you're kind of severing your ability to receive more. So a way to, experience gratitude, you can close down your eyes. I recently held a women's circle, and what we did was I had them close down their eyes. If you want to do this now, you can. And start to tune into your body with a couple rounded breaths. And now start to feel gratitude for any source of love in your life. May it be a pet, a sibling, a parent, a neighbor, a lover, your beloved, children, friendships, the great conversation you have with the mailman, any area where you feel gratitude and love. Just looking at those faces, those energy spots from beings. Maybe it's this beautiful tree you see every day you just feel gratitude for. And then with that, feeling into the abundance of beauty, nature's beauty in your life. The blue skies, the stormy skies, the skies that are so radiant in color during some sunsets. The hillscapes, changing leaves, falling snow, crashing waves, desert blossoms, all the beauty of nature. And after you scan the beauty of nature, feeling into the gratitude you have for all the things that bring you comfort in your life. May it be your bed, your soft sofa, a chair, a certain yoga class you love going to, things that bring you comfort. Feeling into how many of those you have. And just feeling the gratitude for the amazing conversations that you've had, conversations that have brought you alive, brought you a sense of joy, laughter, or even into tears of truth. And as you're feeling this gratitude and your heart's opening up, your electromagnetic field can expand quite a bit. You start to lean into abundance. People talk about abundance, they talk about prosperity, they talk about wealth, and many times they're speaking about it from a monetary perspective. And we do live in that type of world where we have to work with some money, and money is energy, right? But abundance comes in so many forms. Abundance comes in the amount of laughter you have in your life, the abundance of opportunities, the opportunities of books to read, songs to listen to, the amount of foods. If you're here in America, we have a lot of different foods to choose from, types of restaurants, the abundance of options, the abundance of choice of mindset, right? The abundance of teachers, the abundance of ways to create. If you can tune into those, that level of abundance, the abundance of, maybe you have great financial abundance, right? Allowing that to come in, or abundance of healing that you've experienced, close connections, how many hugs you've received in your life. Just tuning into that, you can feel where you're abundant beyond measure. It's said that the sun, oceans, and wind contain energy in uncountable measure. Science has begun exploring zero-point energy, which we all know about that exists in incomprehensible quantity, even in a near vacuum of outer space. If that's not abundant for you, I don't know what is. Right? And you're already feeling into the wealth you already possess. So, with that abundance, and the gratitude, and the grounding, you can begin to feel free of all limits. You can feel that you are great light, that receiving enables freedom of all levels, and that you can enjoy life to the fullest. And allowing these different affirmations to become a part of your experience, and perhaps generating your own affirmation. There's this practice I love to do every once in a while. They're called mind movies. And I've used it for love, friendship, financial abundance. And this might be a great thing for you to do as well. Now that we're ending one year, moving into another, is you can start to think of a vision board, but in a video format. So start to acquire images of things that you desire for your future. And you have, AI make them. You can find them in magazines that you take a picture of. You just need digital pictures or videos of things that you want to manifest into your life. And then you find a track, like a song that you really love that makes you feel really inspired and powerful. And you can use a simple video editor. There's so many different types out there now where you literally just place the pictures and videos in. And then you can add the music and then text overlay different affirmations with each image. And each day you listen to and watch this mind movie. And what you do is you start to bring your mind and your body, like feel as you're looking at these affirmations and you're saying them out loud and you're hearing the song and looking at the imagery, like feeling, bringing your body into a state of coherence with what you're witnessing. And that can bring you into this state and this place of like, it's already mine, it's already here. And I love this practice. It's helped me so many times making mind movies. And then these affirmations are no longer just aspects of like a dream, but they're even more embodied. And you can list out things that you might want to, if you're having a challenge, like dreaming up your future or coming to that state of gratitude, you can make a mind movie with things you already have that you're super grateful for, that you feel in abundance of, and just do the same thing, but just reaffirm how grateful you are and how much you love your life and love these experiences. And that will move you into a higher resonance and greater sense of gratitude. And then when you start to dreamscape what you want luck to bring you, you can then do so with relative ease. And it's also going to open your heart a bit. Like so many times we think about love in limited ways, but the Greeks had so many different names and ways to describe the various aspects of love. And just with my beloved yesterday, we were talking about love, like being a noun, being a verb, being an adjective, you know, and like how love is absolutely everything, and how so many of us put these heart walls up to protect us. And if you can go into your heart and start to feel into tender bits, you know, where does love feel open and available to me? And then you can journal and write down, like, feel into where does love feel stagnant, stuck, guarded. And you can have this inner dialogue around how to ask your protectors to ease the walls if you're in a safe space, and come into a greater sense of connection and purpose and unguarded loveliness. And then you can come into compassion. You know, compassion, I believe, means in suffering. So that means if you are someone who's living from love, as I like to say, a disciple of love, 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 you live for love, it's really difficult to be in suffering if your luck, your blessings, your abundance is coming at the cost to anyone else's happiness. So that's why a lot of these beautiful teachers out there say these affirmations and these prayers that, like, may this all happen to me for the good of all and the harm to none, right? Because how is it possible for you to be in your full authentic joy if others are still suffering? So being in compassion allows for others to rise as well with you. And then fully open you up to luck. And this is a part, we pull this up in the book, that I really, really, really love. And the beautiful author talks about how there's 3 different ways that people can kind of associate with luck. And in order to allow for more luck to flow in, you have to be in praise. And you can praise yourself every day. You can praise others. Like my beloved partner or children really are in a state of praise. Like they're always saying, I love this. This is so great. Look at this. It's wonderful. Speaking to yourself like that, then it allows you to come into this flow state where you can ask yourself, number 1, do you believe that luck is a random process? Is there any feeling that it is somehow bad to be lucky? There's a train, if you can hear that. And then lastly, is there any feeling that you don't deserve to be lucky? And if you have one or all 3 of these blocks, you're going to not be in this state of easy flow of luck to you. Psychokinesis is really coming out in the mainstream these days, and essentially if you study psychokinesis and do some of the practices, it becomes very apparent how powerful the mind is. And by mind I mean like consciousness, and how matter is impacted by our consciousness, by our thoughts. And um, human consciousness is quite powerful. So if you genuinely believe that luck is random, then you'll experience it in a random state. If you believe that it's bad to be lucky, like you didn't work hard enough. I heard this recently from a girlfriend who was pretty hurt by someone saying that, you know, she just is lucky. She doesn't have to work hard for her abundance. Like things just come to her so easily, right? Well, she's in a flow state of luck and abundance, and that doesn't mean she doesn't work or work well and do things that she earned, you know, through her actions, but it also means she aligned her mind, body, spirit into this state of like, I created my life. And that's what I think was so important about our conversation, is that she came to this message of like, I created my luck. I created this dream life. I created this fairy tale, right? Because she believed that she deserved it. All right. So that's the third part. So if you feel as though I don't deserve to be lucky, then you have to go in and do something like quantum work. And what you can do with the quantum work on any of these 3 points is you can start to write with your whatever your writing hand is, start to write out different points of memory where you remember any of these points not feeling true. Like not or feeling true. Like where did you feel like luck was random? Where like it never happens to me is something common. People say, I'm not lucky. You know, I never win anything, and this never happens, blah, 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 blah. How about you flip that script and say, this always happens. I believe in luck. I believe luck is destined for me. I win everything. And that's why I'm constantly saying, I won the life lottery. Like, I am so lucky, right? I was born here. We all know the science on the likelihood of each of us being here. And it's high. Like, you are automatically born lucky. So if you can start to write down these parts where you don't feel like luck has come to you, that luck is random, that it's bad to be lucky, rather than being like hard worked and hard earned, which there's nothing wrong with that, but or that you don't deserve it. You write out all of those feelings, and then if you feel like you've hit a block and there's no more memories, it's encouraged that you write with your non-dominant hand. And sometimes that triggers the subconscious to bring more memories and thoughts forward. So after you write out all those scenarios where you haven't felt lucky, you felt it was random, where you felt like you didn't deserve it, where you felt like it was bad to be lucky, or just thoughts that come through, you can then sit with that list and then convert it into a positive message, a positive affirmation. Like I just showed you, like if someone says, I never win, I'm not lucky, to I am so lucky, I was born to be on this planet, you know, something like that. And you just contort every negative into a positive, and then you read that positive list into a recording device. You could do this for your mind movie if you wanted to, whatever. You record your own voice saying those things that are positive. And then once that recording's finished, you take your handwritten list and you burn it in a safe space, safe place, and you know, get rid of the ashes to alchemize the negative away. And then you spend 100 days listening to that recording or watching, if you created a mind movie, every day, morning and night. Supposedly your highest levels of neuroplasticity is like in the morning, and I believe right at bed, like you're programming your brain before you go to sleep. And you will see quantum shifts in your ability of embracing luck, embracing the flow. And as this book by Gallagher says, liquid luck, like it just flows, right? It flows to you and through you and all around you. And you can be in a state of gratitude. You can be fully open with your love and your compassion, grounded into being here on this planet, being in your own gifts, your own messaging, your own way in which you can serve humanity and feel this waterfall of abundance all around you in so many forms. Miracles will happen. It really will. So with that, I just want to invite you all to, if you want to learn more about this resource that really shifted some perspectives for me, I encourage you to check out Liquid Luck and all of Joseph Gallagher's works. You can just Google the name and you'll see what I'm referring to. And again, I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Please engage with this video if you like the content. And if you want to know more about what we're up to, just visit thesacredsynthesis.com. And we'll see you next time.